Okay, let's just get right into it. We've all got them. Those little quirks, those habits we have that we think are, just kind of weird. The stuff we do when we think nobody's looking. But what if I told you they're not useless at all? What if those very same habits are actually signs of a really brilliant, super efficient brain doing its thing? So let's really dig into that question. Are these little quirks your hidden superpowers?
I mean, think about it for a second. Have you ever caught yourself having a full-on chat with yourself in the middle of the grocery store? Or, firing up the office for what feels like the 100th time? Or maybe, just maybe, you've won a spectacular debate that you'll never, ever actually have, all while you're washing your hair. If that sounds even a little familiar, you are in exactly the right place.
So let's kick things off with that TV habit, the one where you go back to your comfort show over and over again. Well, science has this awesome name for it: cognitive cruise control.
A lot of us kind of feel guilty about this, don't we? It can feel like we're just stuck in a rut, or maybe avoiding new things, or, I don't know, just being lazy. But that's not what's really going on here, not even close. So a big part of it comes down to something called the mere exposure effect. Basically, our brains are hardwired to love what's familiar. The more we see or hear something, whether it's a song, a person, or a sitcom, the more we like it. It just feels safe, predictable.
And this right here, this is the big mind shift. You think you're just stuck in a rut, but what's really happening is your brain is hitting the cruise control button. You think you're avoiding new stuff, but you're actually using this powerful tool to regulate your emotions. It's not boredom. It's a brilliant way to give your brain a break from having to process new information all the time.
And it makes total sense, right? The world can be pretty unpredictable. But you know what isn't? Your favorite show. You know the jokes are coming, you know exactly how it's going to end. That predictability lowers what's called your cognitive load, and it lets your mind just relax and recharge. It's not lazy, it's smart. It's energy management for your brain.
Okay, now for the next one. Talking to yourself. And I promise you, it is not what you think. It's really more like having a chat with your own inner genius. This is the big fear, isn't it? That moment of sheer panic when you realize you've been muttering to yourself about which pasta to buy. You just clam up and hope nobody heard you. But what's actually happening inside our heads?
Well, it's called external processing, and it is an unbelievably effective tool for your brain. See, by taking all those chaotic thoughts swirling around in your head and actually speaking them out loud, you force them into a neat, organized line. The whole process is actually pretty amazing. It starts with just a jumble of ideas, right? Total chaos. But the second you speak the problem aloud, it's like you're laying all the pieces out on a table. It lets you organize them, see everything from a new perspective, and almost always get to a solution way faster. So here's that reframe, and trust me, this one is huge. What society might brush off as just a weird quirk is actually a well-documented sign of high intelligence. You're not going crazy. You're using a high-speed, problem-solving technique.
No, really. Studies show that people who talk to themselves can find things faster, learn tricky new tasks more easily, and just work through problems with way more clarity. You are literally turning your brain into a high-speed, problem-solving machine.
And finally, we have to talk about my personal favorite, the imaginary shower argument. Oh, come on. We've all been there, crafting that perfect, witty comeback hours after it was needed. But believe it or not, this is one of your brain's secret problem-solving modes.
It can feel like such a colossal waste of mental energy, can't it? You're just standing there, completely zoned out, replaying some conversation from yesterday or inventing one for tomorrow. So why on earth does our brain do this? Is it just like overthinking on overdrive?
The answer is in something called your default mode network, or DMN. When your brain isn't busy with a specific task, like when you're in the shower or driving or taking a walk, this network just lights up. And its job? It's incredible. It's the part of you that thinks about the past, imagines the future, and tries to figure out what other people are thinking.
So here's the reality check. You are not wasting time. Your DMN is actively solving problems in the background. It's not useless daydreaming. It's your brain running simulations of the future to get you ready. You're not just overthinking, you're preparing for really complex social interactions. It's like you're running a mental flight simulator for your life. So let's bring it all home. These habits aren't flaws. They're not bugs in your system. They are features. Features of a brilliant, highly efficient mind. They are, quite literally, your hidden brilliance.
So I want you to remember this reframe. That habit of rewatching shows,
That's your sophisticated tool for emotional regulation. Talking to yourself? That's your shortcut to high-speed problem solving. And rehearsing those arguments? That's your brain simulating the future so you can be safe and prepared. The next time you catch yourself doing any of these things, please remember this. Don't judge yourself for it. You are not crazy, you are not weird, and you are definitely not stuck. You are, without even realizing it, using incredibly powerful cognitive tools to make your way through the world.
So that leaves us with one last question to think about. Now that you know the science behind these 3 habits, what other weird things do you do that might just be your hidden strengths?